guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So the first project that we're gonna do is sewing a zipper pouch. So I wanted to go over with you guys picking your materials because you can walk into any arts and crafts store and it can be hard to figure out like what kind of material do I need and what zipper should I get and what's the difference between all these zippers and why would I want to choose one over the other. So I'm going to show you guys, I have these listed on my Etsy shop. This is just an example and you can do them in any size. I have all sorts of different sizes of zipper pouches. These ones would be great for like little coin purses. And then these ones could almost be used as like a little clutch purse. Materials. If you go into any quilting shop or like Joann's or whatever, most of the fabric that you're gonna see is called quilting cotton. So quilting cotton is, it's not stretchy at all. There's no stretchy fibers in it, and it is made so that it won't stretch. Any fabric that you get, you should always wash it before you use it. Because there are chemicals used in the production process that you don't want to like really get your hands on. And as you're sewing, you know, if there's fibers getting into the air, you don't want to like breathe in the chemicals that were used to dye the fabric and stuff like that. So quilting cotton is what I use to make these zipper pouches. Okay, so the next thing to know is that there's different types of zippers. So this is a nylon zipper. They come in all sorts of different colors. So the cool thing about nylon zippers is that no matter what the length is, as long as it's longer than your project, you can cut it down to size. So I can use, you know, a very long zipper in order to make a small zipper pouch if that is the color that I want, that I happen to have on hand. Just you can sew over them, you can cut them, and I'll show you how to do that in a way that's not gonna ruin them. So I really like working with nylon zippers. And if you get the ones that are the brand called YKK, those ones tend to be my favorite ones. Then there are metal zippers, and I've worked with metal zippers some, and they have their own pros and cons. So one thing to know about metal zippers is you can't sew over them, or you will break your needle on your machine and potentially do even more damage than that to your machine. So you have to make sure when you're sewing them that you only catch the very edge, that you don't catch like that chunky metal piece there. And so then when you're sewing this side, you're just gonna sew right there. So you can't sew over them. You know, whatever size they come, that's the size that you're gonna use them as. The pros of metal zippers is that like they feel really nice. You know, they're a higher quality material. They just feel, you know, more luxurious and all of that. So if you're making something that you want to be a keepsake for your whole life, or, you know, a fancy gift for someone for their wedding or something like that, you probably wanna use a metal zipper. So you'll want to purchase one specifically that's going to fit the size of the project that you intend to make. For most of my zipper pouches, I use nylon zippers. They're durable. I have had zipper pouches that I've had for years. The nylon zippers are still doing great on them. I usually get nylon zippers on like Amazon or Etsy. You can get, you know, a pack of like 50 or 100 of them for like not very much money per zipper. This is like a third of my zipper stash, right? So I just like, I stock up on zippers. I have bought some nylon zippers that were not this YKK brand, and they did not slide very smoothly, and I ended up giving them away because I just didn't like them. I would suggest starting out with a nylon zipper for anyone that's like pretty new to sewing, and then you're going to want to purchase some quilting cotton, such as a pattern like this. I tend to not be as much of a fan of quilting cotton that has a white background because I have a 2-year-old and so stuff gets dirty. So like if I was going to buy fabric specifically for a bag for my kid, then I would tend to purchase something more like this. So this is quilting cotton with owls on it, and it has a black background. So if he spilled food on it or whatever, I could throw it in the wash and it's not going to stain as easily as something that has a white background on it. And then you're going to want to pick a lining fabric. So I usually use something just sort of like neutral gray for a lining fabric. If you go to the craft store and you want to make a zipper pouch with us, pick up one nylon zipper, or you can go, you know, I'll put the links to Amazon and Etsy, and you can get a number of them, you know, 10 or 15 or 20 or whatever. And then pick out a lining fabric that you like, and then pick out an outer fabric that you like. You can either get half a yard of each. That would be like way more than enough, but then you could practice making some zipper pouches. Or what I would suggest is if they have things called fat quarters. A fat quarter is a measurement of fabric that's like, I think 18 inches by 22 inches or something like that. So you could get a fat quarter of your lining fabric and a fat quarter of your outer fabric, and then that would give you plenty to work with for this first project. I'll put a little supplies list down below just to make it simple for you guys. Nylon zipper, liner fabric, outer fabric. And then just keep in mind, if you're going to be giving this to a kid who tends to get things messy, then maybe choose like a darker outside fabric. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.